Here we are for round number 1 with Eldrazi Post. We're against Solus. We won the die roll. We would play first. This hand is a little slow with no Chalice, but it's got a Cloudpost, a Glimmerpost, and Eye of Ugin. I think we're supposed to keep it and just accept that we lose to most combo decks with this hand. We've got turn 1, Cloudpost into a turn 2 Matter Reshaper. We have functionally 5 mana. For Eldrazi spells. Of note, All Is Dust is an Eldrazi, so the cost gets reduced by Eye of Ugin. Sadly, we have now lost our first Cloudpost. We drew another because we're lucky like that. Let's hope that our opponent doesn't have a second Wasteland to follow it up. Okay, a City of Traders and a Thorn of Amethyst. So I think we're probably playing against Steel Stompy, which is a deck I love, love, love. But it makes All Is Dust pretty bad. I think that this turn what we're going to do is we're going to play Glimmerpost so that we can cast a Matter Reshaper. Next turn, if our opponent plays a few 1-drops... Oh, they're playing Eldrazi. Okay, so it's an Eldrazi mirror. Thought-Knot, okay. So they're probably definitely taking our Ulamog. Since All Is Dust has no text on it. Walking Ballista could be the card they take if they have a follow-up Thought-Knot Seer, but they don't seem to. So we are going to Vesuva, Cloudpost. This taps for 3 now, so we can actually play a Ballista for 2. And since I think we are the control deck in this particular matchup, we're going to wait a little bit. Opponent's casting a Matter Reshaper of their own. If they attack with Thought-Knot, we're blocking and then shooting it with Ballista. Okay, so we have, these each tap for 3, so we have 7 mana on the battlefield right now. Potentially we have up to 9 mana, 6 of which could be used on an Eldrazi. Or we could do Ancient Tomb. But the point being here is that these don't, like if we cast Endbringer, we tap for 4, so we go 1, 2, 3, 4, and we leave open 3. Is there any way that we can Endbringer and Ballista? I don't think so, so we're just going to jam an Endbringer. So, I think we're going to do it off of Eldrazi Temple. The reason being is that I don't want to get my Eye of Ugin wastelanded. I want to potentially just be able to play Eye of Ugin and then use it immediately to tutor up something that will be game winning. Like another Ulamog, for instance. And so if I just play Eye of Ugin exposed, I lose. But this way I win. So sideboarding. This card does nothing. This card does nothing. Let's hope we have 6 good cards to bring in. Ensnaring Bridge is actually quite good in this matchup. They can't attack through it. Basilisk Collar is insane in the matchup. Ratchet Bombs are nice. Warping Wail is nice. Warping Wail is fine just as a mana ramp spell. You make a 1/1 Scion and you can cast something slightly ahead of curve. So these out, these in, submit. Sorcerous Spyglass, of course, we'll name Wasteland. In all likelihood, we might be playing against the medium Eldrazi build. I'm not actually entirely sure. The City of Traders made me think in the main deck Thorn that we're playing against Eldrazi aggro, but that might actually not be the case. This hand is unfortunately not keepable. It's got 2 Eye of Ugins, can't cast either of the bridges, it can't cast anything, so I think it's a mulligan. This hand is not good. but I'm going to keep it off of this Vesuva and try to scry to the top. Scry land to the top, let me say. Cool, so there's our Ancient Tomb. So they can Sorcerous Spyglass, probably Walking Ballista. If they name something like Thran Dynamo, that doesn't work. Sorcerous Spyglass cannot shut off mana abilities. Yeah, that does not work, unfortunately for our opponent. Vesuva, Ancient Tomb. I would definitely like to draw a 2-mana land right about now. An Ancient Tomb of our own would be really nice. Then I could jam down a Thran Dynamo and then cast something even better. Our opponent's really doing themselves some damage here. Ballista for 2. Oh. Just like we drew it up. So now we can play Thran Dynamo. Tap it for mana because that doesn't work. And do that. Boom. Now we have 7 mana in play. We kept a hand with only Vesuva, so that's pretty insane. Next turn, we can technically use Ballista, if our opponent uses their own right now, to shoot things down in a pretty lethal way. So we could go Basilisk Collar, a Ballista for 2, Basilisk Collar, equip. Let's put that on the battlefield. We have 9 mana now. Wow. That escalated quickly. Okay, well, Warping Wail unfortunately wasn't quite enough to do everything we needed to for Ulamog. This costs 10. We have 1, 2, 6, 9, which is not 10, but it is close. So what we can do here is we can do a Ballista for 3. Or I think we do a Ballista for 2. Trying to figure out exactly. So I can get down to, I can cast 3 cards this turn if I wanted to. I could go Ensnaring Bridge, Basilisk Collar, Warping Wail. I think I'd actually rather Ballista for 3. Play a Basilisk Collar and pass the turn. My opponent is not incentivized to go too much lower on life. I think I will block this Ballista. Because they're forced to use their turn to pump the Ballista. And I'm okay with this trade. Especially if I draw a land. I did not draw a land. Okay, so I can go Karn, make a construct. How big is the construct? 3/3. I would rather not die to a Reality Smasher off the top, so I'm going to play a bridge here. And we got it. I'll see you all for round 2.